Well, hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me. Tonight, we're talking about the case of Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers, who has been missing since February 25th, February 26th, 2024. Hang on, there's a new interview with the mother, Katie Proudfoot, that we're going to talk about on the other side of this.
I've walked through storms in scars and grace, smile through pain with a painted face. They called me too loud, too much, too strong, but honey, that's the reason I belong. Every scar's a scripture, every tear's a hymn. I found my worth where the light grew dim. They tried to break me, but here's a twist. I turned my pain into a clenched fist. I'm an unbreakable woman, born of fire and pearl. I shine like grace in a reckless world. You can test my faith, you can shake my plan, but I'll rise again. Just watch me judged by the gloss, not the cause. But God don't build weak hearts from gold. He made me fierce and he made me bold. I bend, I pray, I roar, I rise with mascara, tears and battle cries. Don't need your crown, I forge my own. From ashes, honey, I build my throne. I'm an unbreakable soul, dressed in truth and pearl. The fire don't scare me, it lights my world. You can doubt my voice, but you'll hear my name. I'm holy and hood, and I'm done with shame. For everyone called too much, too loud, too real. You're not to anything. You're exactly what power looks like. I'm an unbreakable soul, through the fight and flame. My scars are stories, my strength, my faith. Faith in my heart, fire in my curls, forever divine. Clutch them pearls.
Coming in clutch, better tighten them pearls, dropping cold facts. Got the truth for the world, no smoke, no fluff, just the real that we trust. Hold on to your seat, cause I'm coming in clutch. Coming in clutch, better tighten them pearls, dropping cold facts. Got the truth for the world, no smoke, no fluff, just the real that we trust. Hold on to your seat, cause I'm coming in clutch. Coming in clutch. Coming in clutch, better tighten the pearls, dropping cold facts. Got the truth for the world, no smoke, no fluff, just the real that we trust. Hold on to your seat, cause I'm coming in clutch.
Well, hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me. Really do appreciate the time. You could have chosen to be anywhere on YouTube. You have a lot of options anywhere on the internet, anywhere in the world, and you chose to be right here. I know your time is very valuable, and I do appreciate you spending some time with me. Today is February 25th, 2026. It is currently 6:57 p.m. in the UK, in the United States. All right. Hello, everyone. I went live early. I don't know if anybody got a notification or not. But I'm gonna have to do another live here in a little bit. We're probably gonna be covering the Nancy Guthrie case, but today is the 2-year anniversary of Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers going missing. It was originally the February 25th, and then the FBI changed it to February 26th. So you can say the 25th or the 26th. Really, I really believe it's the 26th after midnight, in my opinion. But new that's out. Katie Proudfoot, the mother of Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers, did an interview, and we're going to go over that. I have not watched it yet because I want to give you my genuine reaction to what's going on. But before we get started, if you don't mind, for the live chat and for the replay crew, please do me a big favor and hit that thumbs up button. Would mean so much. Share the live out. Thank you all so much for being here. Miss Tina, thank you so much. OG 16 months. Really do appreciate that, girlfriend. Thank you so much, my friend. So good to see you, Miss Tina. And Psalms, thank you so much, my friend. Really do appreciate that very much. Hello, everyone in chat. Good to see you. Thank you so much. Miss Melissa, good to see you. Hobo, hello, darling. Little Black Bear, good to see you. Brenda, Tina, Paige, Kathleen, Anna, good to see you. Robin, Brandy, always in India. Linda, good to see you. Miss Rue, how are you? Good to see you, my friend XO. Sheila, hello, darling. Paige, I know. There's got a poll down below. Do you think Sebastian's case? Do you think he's going to get justice? I do. I do. I think it's going to take a minute. Hey, Miss Holly, good to see you, darling. Mary, good to see you, honey. Lovely, good to see you, hon. Tina Kent, Miss Seeker, hello, darling. Linda B, Chatsy, good to see you. Tanya, hello, good to see you, my friends. All right, let's get started on it and see what old KK has to say. As you know, that 2 years ago, WSMV sat down with Katie and Chris and did an interview in pretty much the beginning of when Sebastian first went missing, right? And let me see if this damn chat thing is working. You know something, guys? I don't know if it's YouTube or if it's StreamYard, but it is getting so annoying that I cannot. I guess it's just StreamYard because I have to put my phone up to see y'all's chat half the time because it's so delayed in this StreamYard. And I'm going to contact them after this live because it is so annoying. Sometimes it works fine, sometimes it doesn't. Suki, yeah, it says. Suki. Ooh, Suki. So, if you know, you know. That's the one that Miss KK. Let me see if I've got that meme we can throw up. She says, "Ooh, Suki." Do I have that one? Mm.
Oh, suck it now. Oh, suck it now. Oh, suck it now.
Ooh, suck it now. That'll never get old. And then we have Miss Holly here from WSMV looking as fabulous as ever. And Holly, I did not know that we both dressed for this occasion, but we are wearing very similar collars. Just a coincidence, I suppose. Holly is, I like her. She's funny. I mean, she's not, I don't think she's funny, but she's like so proper. You know what I mean? How are you, Miss Katie? She was you can tell she was the high school cheerleader that just loved everybody back in the day, you know. Uh, okay. All right, guys. Are y'all ready to get started with it? Let's see it. Let's see what Miss KK says here. Maybe some of you have already watched it. I have not. But we're gonna see. Gonna see.
So here we are. It's now two years this week since Sebastian's disappearance. What feels different about this anniversary than the first?
Damn.
Well, first, I don't particularly consider it more of an anniversary because in my mind, an anniversary is something worth celebrating, and this is anything but that. Truthfully,
No, tell us.
every
more
day
lies.
hurts the same. I mean, it doesn't get any better. I know that there are many people out there that are still helping to share his flyer and whatnot. We continue to ask people to do that. We continue to ask people to just stay aware, keep aware of your surroundings, that type of thing. But as far as different, it's the same. It's the same pain. It's the same absence.
So far, it's the same thing. Nothing too deep yet. I don't know if she gets any deeper. It's you know, I've just never seen anybody like she changes her looks a lot. Yeah, it's pretty phenomenal. Like it's pretty.
How has time changed the way that you cope with this loss right now?
Like I said, it doesn't really get easier for me, but I do have a lot of family, a lot of friends that are, I don't know how to, supportive seems like not the accurate description, but that are with us through this, you know, that care about Sebastian as well. And, you know, unfortunately, we do still have to get up and we do still have to go day by day. But every day is praying, is hoping.
Well, I'll say that never changed. Y'all went pretty quickly. They went pretty quickly. Left pretty quickly. That went
Searching, is asking
true.
anyone that we meet, you know, to share his flyer, to know about him, and hopefully find Sebastian.
She doesn't look
Describe what
convinced.
it's like to live with so much uncertainty, trying to figure out where he is, if he's okay.
Awful. It's horrible, honestly. I don't.
Awful.
Have a
She always says that.
way
Maybe it's a nervous thing. I don't know.
of knowing if he is okay, of knowing if Sebastian is safe, of if he's being cared for, and where he is. And
I don't feel convinced. I just don't. There's just not a lot of eye contact. I hope Deception Detective does a live on this, or not a live, a video on this, because it's not reading as she doesn't ever read as confident in finding her child, right? It's, in my opinion, never been a plea for Sebastian. Some of the words may sound like a plea for Sebastian, but it's just like I'm going through the motions of what I'm supposed to say. Just my opinion.
It's something that I don't think that I will ever be okay or be used to
I can agree with that.
until we get answers, until we find him.
Not about
Because
that.
the best way I can describe it is a gaping hole in my heart and in my home and in my family.
You know, like I've said, you know, whether I agree with, you know, what you know, with the other people on this case, or KK or Chris or anything like that, it's, regardless of what happened, it's going to be a hole in your heart. It's going to be a hole in your heart, and it's never going to recover, right? It's never going to recover. I truly don't believe that there's many people that actually thinks that Sebastian is alive. It would be nothing short of a miracle. Nothing short of a miracle. Regardless of what happened, whether he walked out of the house, whether someone snapped, or someone knows something, it's going to be, like I said, there's always going to be that gaping part in your heart, and I don't think you're ever going to get used to that. I think also, a lot of times we don't realize the blessings that are in front of us until, unfortunately, something happens, and that goes for all of us at many times, and that's why we, try to always count our blessings, because we can all get caught up in it.
In your mama's heart, do you see him coming home? He's okay, he's alive, he's returning?
I do, and that honestly keeps me going every day. The thought of
Again, I'm not sure I believe that. A lot of people are unable to chat. YouTube is glitching. I'm chatting away and no one can see me. I don't know. Something's really wrong with my chat right now. I have no fucking idea. It is so weird. I know, because chat's moving so slow. Everything is. Let me switch it to this. Hold on, guys. It's so weird. Let me see if I can do it like this. Oh, it's not even showing my other one live. Okay, now it is. Let's try this. All right, go back out, guys, and then come back in and see if that will work now. It's so weird. I'm getting text messages of people saying, I'm chatting, but nobody can see me. I've gotten like 4 messages. It's not really you, it's all over YouTube. I just switched it, so hopefully it is YouTube. I Googled it. Oh. Maybe that's why everything's YouTube's down for a lot of people right now. Others are having problems. The same issue. Okay. Try to come back out and come back in. I switched it to where you don't even have to be like a subscriber or anything like that. Very weird. Very weird. Okay. I like the question Holly just asked here.
Still have to go day by day. Hopefully, find him, find Sebastian.
Describe what it's like to live with so much uncertainty, trying to
Hold
figure
on.
out where he is, if he's okay.
Is
Let me find it. Listen to this.
In your mama's heart, do you see him coming home? He's okay, he's alive, he's returning?
I do.
I again, it doesn't feel like well, damn. Okay, Ginger, I just now saw you. That's the first time I've saw you in here, but the chat is still not moving. I don't know what the fuck it is. I'm going to go out and just make sure it's not me, and I'm going to come straight back. Just give me 2 seconds. What the hell is going on? 2 seconds. Okay. Let's might make it better. I don't know, but we'll give it a whirl. We'll give it a whirl. Okay. Mod, you might have to, because I have it on no subscribers, which means it's going to be in the shorts feed, which means, trolls.
I do, and that honestly keeps me going every day.
I
The
don't
thought
believe
of knowing that my son is out there somewhere, and that none of us are going to stop searching until we find him and bring him home. But the thing that really and truly keeps me going every day is knowing that one day we are going to find Sebastian and we're going to bring him home one way or another.
What's your level of hope right now?
Truthfully, it's hard to keep hopeful when it's been so long without answers. But
I think this is just grief of the entire situation. I know, in my opinion, I think a lot of times, people just cry because of the entirety of the situation. Oh my God! Hold on a second, guys. I'll be right back. This fucking thing is right. Okay, let's see. But I think it's the entirety of the situation that is the reason she's crying, because again, it's rare where you only have a mother or a parental figure speak out on just holidays, especially in the beginning, especially leaving the state so early in the beginning. Putting some snacks out on the porch kind of stuff.
But like I said, I won't let that hope go. I refuse to let that hope go, and I refuse to stop believing that he is out there and that he is going to come home. And I just pray to God that he is looking over him and that he's keeping him safe until we can find him.
Let's remind.
Yeah, Canadian. No, it's something that's happening right now on YouTube. People are not being seen. I don't know what it is. It's something happening on YouTube. There's a glitch on YouTube right now. I don't know. Just keep texting, and who was it a second ago? Said a second ago they couldn't see, and then I could finally see him, Ginger, but I haven't seen her since, so that's weird. Oh, I forgot about that, Justin. The snacks. Oh yeah, the snacks that they put out on the porch in case Sebastian came back home. Yeah.
Remind our viewers, remind folks about Sebastian, about who he really is. Not just this case, but about him.
I see you,
Oh,
Victoria. I see you, Mallory.
Sebastian
Ginger.
is
I see
15
ya.
when he went missing, 17 now. But he has just this beautiful smile. I mean, he's just got a big grin, and he's got a goofy sense of humor. And
I mean, it is, you only get, and let me tell you something, it'll throw me into a panic attack because, thinking about how quick your kids grow, and from the day they're born, you only get like 17 or 18 summers with them. And by the time a child, I think, is like 13, you've already spent most of the time that you will ever have with them. Isn't that crazy? Like, it gives me a fucking panic attack to think about that. Like, it is so precious. Oh my God, I'm going to start crying right now. I think I might be on my period or something. I don't know. I'm kidding. But seriously, like, it goes by so quick. And Sebastian was 15 when he went missing. He's would be 17 now. I think Barney Fife would be better in the case than Snuggle Struggle. Yeah, I agree. I agree with that. I agree with that. It goes by so quick. I had a hard time believing anyone could do. I had a hard time believing anyone could do that. I know, baby kisses. I know. I know. And I don't think Sebastian, I'll be the first to say this. I don't think Sebastian, I mean, it's not easy to raise any kid. Okay? It's not easy to raise any kid. But I don't think Sebastian, I think it takes very special people to raise and special kids if they have um special needs, right? Like it takes it's extra difficult. And I don't think Sebastian was always easy. In fact, I've spoke to neighbors who said that Sebastian gave KK a run for her money sometimes. That they saw things out in the backyard fighting and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, you know what I mean? Like, you've got to be more mature than the children. And trust me, that I'm sure that was it was very difficult for Katie and Chris and Seth and all of that. And I think hindsight is 2020 for them. And if they I really feel like if they could go back and change things that they would. But I don't think in the moment. I think in my opinion, Sebastian wasn't given the, what's the word I'm looking for? He wasn't, I don't know. He like you could tell, like even at like the birthday parties and stuff. Oh yeah, Sebastian. Oh yeah. You know what I mean? It was yes, our kids trigger us in ways that others ever could. Absolutely. And your loved ones will do that. Your loved ones will do that, right? Because you care. You're comfortable with them. And I get that, right? I mean, it's the human element. No one is out of that. But I don't believe him. I don't believe Katie. I don't believe this story. I don't. My opinion doesn't make sense. Never made sense, and there was way too many red flags.
He loves being helpful and he enjoys playing video games and building things.
You can tell that she's enunciates. He loves. Watch how she enunciates the two. She's good girl. Good
Sebastian
trained.
is 15 when he went missing, 17 now. But he has just this beautiful smile. I mean, he's just got a big grin, and he's got a goofy sense of humor, and he loves being helpful, and he enjoys playing video games and building things. I think one of the most recent things we did was that crane that I had shown a while back, but we loved making those little projects, like the Lowe's and Home Depot
see you now,
projects
Kelly.
and building, and he would always get so excited.
The chat's actually starting to move a little bit now, so I think it might be starting to work now, actually.
Swinging the hammer, or even so far as building a deck with his stepdad, and being just so proud of himself.
I see you, Canadian, Pam,
for
Brenda,
those little accomplishments
Karma,
and making something.
Leilani, Holly,
Typical teenager, though. I mean, he had his days where he was just grumpy and leave me alone and being in his room, but for the most part, he wanted to be a social butterfly.
Yep, I think he absolutely wanted to be a social butterfly, and I think he was not given that chance. I think there was the home was so extraordinarily strict that I wonder, like, was it the frustration for KK and Edgar that's why they didn't like go to any events like with other like special needs kids, or really bring other kids over, or he didn't go to birthday parties or anything like typical kids do. Was it the frustration of, like Sebastian and his social quirks? Like if he would get up in someone's face, people that have any sort of profound autism, the social cues are different, and that's okay. That's okay. It's just is what it is, and you roll with it, right? It's nothing to get angry about if he's getting in someone's face or he's being overbearing or something. You pull it back. I wonder, or even was it embarrassment? I don't know.
Sometimes he'd struggle making friends with like personal space and things like that, but overall he is just usually a very happy young man. And
see, I agree.
He loves animals. Cats particularly are his favorite animal in the world.
Same thing. That's pretty much said. That's always been said. Cats was his favorite, of course. We know about the cat situation, his snake situation. It seems like everything that Sebastian loved was taken from him. I mean, how bad can a 15-year-old child with autism be? You know what I mean? Like you got to give a lot more grace. Not saying it's easy, but you also can't take away something that they love so incredibly much. We all love our animals, right? Like you love your dog, your cat, or whatever animal you have. But someone with a disability or, you know, autism, anything like that, it can go that much further, right? It can go that much further. Guys, please hit that thumbs up button. Greatly appreciate it. Y'all being here. It seems like the chat's moving now. Finally, where is he? Enough about the cats. Love, yep, spare us. I agree, Adele. I agree. Um, this is a comfortable interview for her, right? It's nothing that the law or the news is going to interrogate, right? I hope Holly asked here, when's the last time you've spoken to law enforcement? Um, when's the last time you've cooperated with law enforcement? Um, like to know that kind of stuff.
Old. Green is his favorite color, and he loved getting out and doing things with us, going bowling and going out. We used to go hiking a lot, and we'd hike to like when we lived in California, there were waterfalls and whatnot that we used to go hiking to, and he would get so excited at the end. Just we'd make little videos showing how far we'd come and whatnot, but he's a good kid overall.
What do you miss most about not having him around?
Oh God, everything. I miss his smile. I miss telling him to get up in the morning for school and him going, Mom. I miss him making his little jokes. I miss watching him run around with the dogs. I miss
Hold
all of
on.
him to like when we lived in California, there were waterfalls and whatnot that we used to go hiking to, and he would get so excited at the end. Just we'd make little videos
Hey, Lakeside.
showing how far we'd come and whatnot, but
Mhm.
he's a good kid.
It's probably when they was
overall.
with Seth.
What do you miss most about not having him around?
Oh God, everything. I miss his smile. I miss telling him to get up in the morning for school and him going, Mom.
Mm. Yeah, you think about the night that he vanished. Convenient, very long phone calls for a married couple. That I'm sorry, but generally you don't talk to your spouse hours, especially after you've both been a or one of you's supposedly, you know, after you're doing your thing on the weekends and all that stuff. And being up so late into the night, allegedly hearing this thud, 45 minutes or so after, which we're going to get into all of that afterwards, after she's on the phone but didn't hear anything before. Remember, he takes medication at night that should knock him out, as make him sleep. That's the whole point of it. Not ever seen leaving on a camera or anything like that. These phone pings, vehicles being in the area, lights, all of that. It's bullshit, in my opinion.
I miss
Let's get real.
him making his little jokes. I miss watching him run around with the dogs. I miss all of it, the good.
The dogs that don't bark during the night. right? Or at least not the night Sebastian vanishes, right? Those dogs, the little yappy ass Yorkies that don't bark the night Sebastian vanished. And they were put up in a crate that night, even though they're usually not put up in a crate. They usually sleep with Katie whenever she's home there by herself.
The bad. I miss everything about my son.
I bet.
What
I
would
agree.
you say to him if he were to walk through that door?
I would tell him that we love you. I would tell him that we miss you so very much. I would tell him to stay strong. I would tell him to hang in there, and that if he ever had the opportunity to reach out and get a safe adult and call.
If he ever had the opportunity to reach out. Yeah, you're almost 17 years old now, right? I guess is someone, I mean, think about this. He's 17 now. When he's 18, is he still going to just be out there? Someone's got him, hidden even at 18 years old? No. Yeah, the opportunity. Yeah, if you ever get the opportunity, son, go ahead and give us a call. We'll have stuff on the porch for you. Play the question back. Yeah, sure.
Call 911. Miss on my kid overall. I miss him making his little jokes. I miss watching him run around with the dogs. I miss all of it, the good, the bad. I miss everything about my son.
What would you say to him if he were to walk through that door?
I would tell him that we love you. I would tell him that we miss you so very much. I would tell him to stay strong. I would tell him to hang in there, and that.
Okay, that's not the question. That is true. That's not the question.
If he were to walk through that door?
What would you tell him if he were to walk through the door? Through the door. Guys, hit that thumbs up button, please. Greatly appreciate you all being here. Let's see here. It's an exact repeat of last year's interview, word for word. It seems it's very fake as hell, in my opinion. How about sorry? What would you say if you walk through the door? I would say, what the fuck happened? That's what I would say. What the fuck happened? That would be the first thing that I would say. Where have you been? Oh my God, missed you. Not hang in there if you're able to, call on mom. It's been, 2 years. If he walked in the door, she'd tell him to reach out. Yeah. Yeah, we're going to Mississippi. Stuff on the porch. Yep. Unbelievable. Yeah,
I
who
would
took
tell
you?
him that we love you. I would tell him that we miss you so very much. I would tell him to stay strong. I would tell him to hang in there, and that if he ever had the opportunity to reach out and get a safe adult and
Not the question.
call 911 if you have to.
This is, and I hope Deception Detective picks up on this, as I'm sure he will. But this shows you right here that she's not listening, and this is not a genuine interview. Because if this was a genuine interview, she would have genuinely answered it. not what she has, in my opinion, trained herself to say, right? The question was if he was to walk through the door, not if there's a message you could tell Sebastian right now, what would it be? No, if he was to walk through the door, you are not giving genuine answers. That is a script, in my opinion. And that is the difference between genuine, random, off the cuff answers and a script, right? That's the difference. What a shame. What a shame. What a shame, man.
that we're looking and we're never going to stop looking, and that I pray that he's okay, and that everyone at home loves you, Sebastian, and everyone wants you to come home, and we're here.
How long will you keep searching?
Until my last breath. I'll never stop. I'll never stop searching for him.
I feel like as a parent, a lot of times we have these other, intuitions, just different thoughts and feelings about
Not
what's
her.
going on.
Not her.
Do you have anything in your innermost thoughts that you think happened to him?
Truthfully, I think that there are different options based off of what we know and what we don't know. More particularly, what we don't know is what makes it more difficult to do that. But all I can say is that I feel like he is out there, and that is my main hope. That him being out there means that he's alive and that he can come home when we find him.
It's not a fucking genuine answer. That is such bullshit. I'm sorry. This is such generic vanilla bullshit is all this is, in my opinion. Not an answer. Not an answer. She is, yes, every single parent knows thy kid, right? You know your kid. You know how they behave, things that they would do. Sebastian did not like to get dirty. That is something all the parents can agree on. All of them, right? He was fearful of bugs, right? You know your kid, right? So you have an intuition about what happened. You don't just fucking go to sleep at midnight, walk through the house. Oh, he's not there. Let me take literally a minute to look through my home. Oh, let's not call the bio father. No matter if you like him or hate him, don't care. Not the point. Anything going on with him? Right? Oh, let me just jump in my car and drive very quickly through the ass neighborhood with my window up the entire I mean, come the hell on, guys. Come on, man. Guys, hit that thumbs up button, please. Share this out. Consider becoming a member of the Pearl family. Love to have you guys aboard.
I want to talk a little bit about the latest with the investigation. So have there been any tips at all that have given you hope over this last year?
There's been several times where I've gotten my hopes up, but I know that law enforcement is still working on Sebastian's case. I know that they are still.
Yeah. Do you think SCSO will pull this case together and charge her? Well, this is all I can say. This is all I can say. that I do believe uh, that the TBI knows a lot more, right? Knows a lot more. I think there's been disagreements in this case. And I told you that, guys, that a long time. But Sumner County, again, I can show you the actual paperwork or the email. They told me that this was a criminal investigation a long time ago, that this is criminal in a private email. I showed it to you guys. So I will 100% say that they told me that this was criminal. And I believe nothing but that. Right? Dreamcatcher, thank you so much, my lovey-dovey. Really do appreciate you, my dear. Thank you for gifting that pearl necklace. You received that pearl necklace. Give our girl a big old thank you, Miss Dreamcatcher, Dream Lover. I'm trying to find that little email that I got. I will show it to you. I have the email, shown it to you guys before. Maybe some of y'all have not seen it. But I've got the email where it says, this is a criminal investigation. Or they believe that this is criminal. I'll find it in a second and show it to you. We got some stuff to go over tonight after this. So yeah, I say it. It's criminal. Dream, thank you so much, my dear. Appreciate you. Blessings. How are you doing, girl? Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers. You deserve so much more, so many care. Thank you so much, Bliss. Good to see you. Your poochies are so cute. I can't stand it. So cute. Thank you so much, my dear, for your continued support. Really, really do appreciate you. Very, very much. I wish they would start holding parents accountable. Well, I think this is I think it's a really difficult case. I'll just say that. But again, I think that you got to remember that there was a search warrant 1 year ago out of nowhere. And it takes a lot of time to get things back, to get things in order, and all of that. And I'll just say, I think it's very interesting how in my opinion, that there's not as much talking to law enforcement as you would think, in my opinion. Jen in Georgia, thank you so much, my dear. 19 months, Rocksmar. How you doing? Appreciate you, my dear. Really, really do appreciate you. Thank you for your continued support, my love. And why did CP lie about that, or the search warrant? That's a really good question, Brandy. That's a very, very good question. And why is there, why are they searching around that old dam as well? From the house to the dam. Interesting.
Taking any tips or leads that anyone can call in. But unfortunately, none have been significant enough to help us find Sebastian yet. So my plea would be that if anyone anyone knows or sees something, to please call it in, and call it into legitimate law enforcement, the TBI find, the sheriff's office, but don't wait, because I know that
They told Seth they have nothing. I mean, listen, can I be honest with you? I believe Seth is absolutely hurting. I believe he is absolutely has nothing to do with this at all. But I do think, as any parent would be, by the way, very emotional with it, right? And I think, he gets naturally a little excited at times. And I don't think that they're going to tell him much anymore because of those moments of getting really excited and saying things. And that's just the truth, in my opinion. Of course, he's broken. He's absolutely broken. And my heart breaks for that man. It really does, because Seth doesn't have a lot of people. He doesn't have a lot of people. You know what I mean? And he went there for his son. He didn't go there for anybody else. He didn't go there for anybody else. And I will always support Seth in the fact that I know he had nothing to do with his son's disappearance. I know that. I know that. And he's frustrated, which would naturally be any parent, right? And that's the thing. That's the thing here. You don't see the frustration with KK, right? Oh, if he's out there, I pray that he would get a hold of us. That'd be nice. That's what I'd tell him. You don't see that fucking, and people like, well, you don't know what happens. How come on. We put the time into the things we care about the most. It's just that simple. It's just that fucking simple. All of us. Right? And Seth is a broken man. And I can't say, I would have probably, I think any of us would have fucking lost our minds by now. Thank you, Miss Delore. How you doing, darling? Thank you so much. Appreciate you, darling. How you doing, Mama Keepers? Love you, Miss Dolores. Appreciate you very, very much, my dear. Good to see you. Thank you so much. I've really got to change my clap thing. I got to do something else. Maurice, hey, darling. Good to see you. Yet they are selling the house and moving. Who does that, in my opinion? Well, I really think that they pretty much left, in my opinion, really right after Sebastian vanished. You know what I mean? Seth did an interview with WKRN today. I texted to you. Did you text it to me? Can you retext it to me, Gina? I know. I can't imagine either. I don't know. That's the first I heard of it. So I haven't checked or anything on it. But
Some people, they would wait, and you can't follow up on something that you don't know you need to follow up on. So that's my ask of anyone and everyone is call it in, but right away.
again, she did not answer. And it just shows you how scripted, how much bullshit this is, in my opinion. Because, again, it's not the question. What is your mother's intuition? What is your mother intuition? She's trying to come to you mom to mom. The interviewer is Holly, right? She's trying to say, as a mother, myself, right? What is your intuition? We all have that as mothers, right? That she's saying, tell me, KK, what is your thoughts on this? Can't answer it. Hey, Laura.
Here we are 2 years later and still nothing. So, as his mom, how does that make you feel?
Broken.
Psycho.
No one should be living this life, no one. And I know that there are other moms that are going through this with so many missing children, and since Sebastian's gone missing, I've become aware of so many of them, and it made me realize how much people just overlook these kinds of situations. You know, you see Sebastian or any of the missing kids, and it's only a fleeting thought. And going through my son missing has really opened my eyes and really made me aware of how oblivious we can be. And so it's really made me try to get more people out there to do more than just glance at the flyer, but to actually.
Really? Really? Just to not, the thing that you said is you pray that he doesn't end up at the bottom of a feed. Mm-hmm. Haven't seen much.
Take 10 seconds to actually look and to actually pay attention, and
Girl.
and just to, I don't
Girl,
know,
how I
when
look?
you're out and you're walking
Like a damn fool. No.
just take half an eye out to have that awareness of who you're seeing, because any one of these children, including Sebastian, I mean, you could walk by him, and my prayer is that if that happens, that you recognize him, and that and
Trust me,
that call
really
will come in so that we can find him and all the missing kids.
What was
I mean, yeah, there's a lot of mothers and fathers out there who have missing kids who say, 20 years later that they believe their children or child is still alive. And I get that, to not give up the hope or whatever. But Sebastian's case is a very unique case, right? There's, as he's autistic, he doesn't like very specific things, and there's nothing to say that he left on his own.
the last update that you received from investigators?
Yeah, let's hear that.
Unfortunately, the updates that we receive are about the same as the public, that they do still get tips and that they do follow up on them, but unfortunately there's nothing.
I wonder when's the last time KK interviewed with law enforcement? Was it in the fall of 2025 or 2024? Was it the fall of 2024, September-ish? Mm.
Significant to report at this point that we know of. I mean, I know that we don't know everything, but
Well, I can say this. If they are coming in your house a year later for a search warrant, specific cameras, allegedly, and specific electronics, allegedly, they're looking for something. They're looking for something, and they know something's up. I disagree with that, Liberty. It was after that. It was after that. Dolores, thank you so much, baby, for gifting a pearl necklace. Thank you so much, honey. You're very kind to me, Miss Laura. Thank you so much, love. You received that pearl necklace. Give our girl Dolores a big, big thank you. Thank you so much, my love. Maybe that's what they wanted us to believe. What's that, Laura? Who wanted us to believe? I gotta pull something up. Let me pull it up.
my prayer is that if something significant comes in,
Mhm.
that we would know right away.
I'm sure you will.
Now we know
Why
the
wouldn't you?
FBI is offering this $50,000 or up to $50,000 for information now leading to Sebastian's whereabouts. So, do you feel that more needs to be offered or something else needs to be done for someone to come forward?
I would hope that it wouldn't take money for someone to come forward in something like this. I'm grateful for the FBI.
Well, why wouldn't you? That's a little odd to me. Because if you actually think he's walking down the street, as you just said, with, and someone sees his face and someone, like has him, it's been 2 years financially, that would be a big motivation for someone. Right? So you would say absolutely, yeah, like turn your fucking uncle in, or your aunt, or your brother's first nephew, whoever. Not, I would hope that, well, yeah, we would all hope that that's the case, right? All of us would hope that's the case. I mean, you should do it because it's the right thing to do, to turn whoever did something so egregious to a 15-year-old autistic child. But that's not the world we live in. People do awful shit to awful things, to awful, just awful, awful, awful to children. And so here we are, right? So you should absolutely be like, yeah, this, hopefully this does something, right? I mean, this is the thing, I'm not a at night fan or anything like that. It's not really a secret, but like I always said, like, if you believed their reward or not, the reward they publicly put it out there that there was an I can't even remember how much it was, right? And if you believe that, even if you don't believe it, and they were still offering it, and let's say someone had the information and said, "Here, Sebastian, you put this out publicly that there was this reward. If you're not going to give it to me, then you could sue him, essentially, right?" It was like 500,000 or something like that, Kelsey says. So they put it out there, so they were going to have to meet it one way or another. So, there's that. And so I would have put it out that it would have been, I mean, who wouldn't spend, who, like, if you knew where someone was, yeah, you don't want to have to, them to turn it in for money, but that's a very good reason for them to do it.
Offering that $50,000 reward, I would give anything to have Sebastian home. And unfortunately, I think $50,000 should have been, if someone knew something, should have been a very big incentive. But I mean, put $1 million up.
I mean, you can offer a reward as well, Katie, right? You can offer a reward the same as anybody else, right? Anybody can. Anybody can put $1 million up. Well, someone, put up 500,000. Why aren't you like you wouldn't even talk about that? Again, they put it out publicly. They would have to meet that requirement. So why wouldn't you talk about that? It makes no sense to me.
I know that his Amber Alert is still active as well, but I would like to think that there are people out there with God in their hearts that wouldn't need an incentive to return my son home. But if there were, if you need something, ask.
A bullshit? A bullshit? A bullshit? A bullshit?
I can't even. With God in their hearts. With God in their hearts. Heaven help us with God in our hearts. Yeah. This someone who abducted a 15-year-old, which there's no evidence of an abduction. There's only evidence that he's missing. But I digress. That, God is in their heart. Well, you're a piece of shit if you did this to a 15-year-old autistic child. Can we just say it? You're a piece of shit if you did this to a 15-year-old autistic child. Yes. I hope you do an interview on this. I hope you do a video on this deception. I just said that a minute ago. Man alive. It's so scripted.
Just send him home.
Just send him home, y'all.
If someone is out there watching,
Miss him,
and they know something, they've just chosen to remain silent, or maybe they've made a discovery, what do you want to say to them right now?
Turn it in. Call it in. Give my son the opportunity to come home to his family and to his life and his future. And if there's anything holding you back, don't let it, because Sebastian is he's a person. and he is a son and a friend and a grandson and a nephew and a cousin, and he deserves to be home. So if there's any reason that someone wouldn't allow that to happen, I can't think of a reason why someone wouldn't do that. So
Oh, I mean, I can think of a lot of reasons why someone would not say what happened to him. I can think of a lot of reasons. Particularly, I don't know, penitentiary. That would be the number one. That would be the number one reason. Penitentiary, right? I can't think of anyone. What? Justin seems to have this covered. She's a terrible liar. She's a terrible liar. Dee Dee, she is. Hey, Kathleen, thank you so much, my friend. Appreciate you very much for your support. Good to see you. Thank you so much, honey.
if you know something, say something.
Do you think
This is coming from, again, someone that the mother and the stepfather who from day one said that, I can't say specifically day one, I scratched that, but from the beginning when they did their first interview, which was not through the media, it was on YouTube, they stated that they took a polygraph. All of them took a polygraph, including the stepfather said, including Seth took a polygraph, which was not the truth. Which was not the truth. This is coming from someone who said, "Name the time and place. I'll take a polygraph." You name the time and place, and you don't take the damn polygraph. Mm-mm. It's all the deception you need, in my opinion.
someone knows something and they're not saying it?
I pray that if someone knows something that they will call it in, and I don't know if anyone knows something, but if they do, I would plead to please turn it in.
If Sebastian was taken, because again, we don't know exactly what's happened. If he was taken, if he was abducted, what would you say to that person?
Give my son back. Bring him home. Why? What do you want?
And, again, there is no reason. When is the last time? Seriously, when is the last time you've seen a 15-year-old autistic boy abducted and held? When's the last time? For some rando stranger. I mean, seriously. That is not the that's not the age range. It's not the the special needs aspects of it. Sebastian was not an easy child, right? So who's going to take that on? That's just the truth. That is a stressful situation. It's a very stressful situation. Right. Who's going to take that on? I mean, you've got to remember her and stepfather were trying to put him in a place because it was so stressful for them. So who's going to do that? She's a terrible student, but she clearly studied my videos. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. 1,000%, DD. 1,000%. She, just the way she enunciates, he loves now, she puts even emphasis on, right, make sure it's not past tense. It's so obvious, dude. Oh my God. It's so obvious. Um, did LE get a search warrant for Chris Electronics and KP during the hours in question while she was sleeping, reading, studying, and chatting with Chris? You better believe it. You better believe that they did. Yes. Yeah. 6 males have died in that facility. The one that was in Tennessee. I knew that there was trouble. I don't know how many. Brandy's saying 6. I have not checked that myself, but I knew that there's problems there at the place. Clearly, again, name the last time you've seen a 16 or a 15-year-old autistic boy. Some random person just took them to put all of that extra stress on them. It's not the way it works. They were trying to run from the stress, in my opinion. But, someone just randomly took them. We'll just put some milk, some curdled milk out on the porch for him.
I would just say let him go if someone had him. I mean, I don't have any evidence that that's the case, but if it is, let him come home. Let him come home to his family.
What do you see as Sebastian's future?
If we bring him home, I see a period of everyone just bombarding him with love and welcoming him home. And
she sounds like Mrs. Doubtfire. Lordy be. The streets will be open again. Children, here we go. The streets will be flooded again, says Edgar.
And I would
look at that fake bullshit.
Any evidence that that's the case, but if it is, let him come home. Let him come home to his family.
Watch this.
What do you see as Sebastian's future?
If we bring him home, I see
a boarding school right in his future where we left off. Maybe.
A period of everyone just bombarding him with love and welcoming him home. And I would like to think that once Sebastian comes home and transitions back into his life, that he can finish school, he can make friends, he can grow up. I mean, 17 is so close to being an adult, but I want to see him.
Couldn't wait that long, could you?
Happy. I want to see him successful in his own way.
The Wells are better liars. They're yeah, I agree with that. The Wells are better liars. It's not saying much, but they are better at least. Oops, you deleted it. But yeah, I agree. I think the Wells are more, they're more street. They're more used to. Katie she's a really bad liar. She cannot look anyone straight in the eye and it mean anything, at least when she's lying. It's apparent. She doesn't even answer the questions. She answers the script. That's it. She just answers the script of what she's supposed to say, not the actual question.
I want to see him grow into the young man that I picture him becoming and finding his version of happiness and success in life, whatever that is. I would support it.
He's 17 now. What are some of the biggest milestones that you've missed?
He missed his mustache coming in.
There's the damn
He was
mustache.
getting peach fuzz when he went missing, and he hated it. And one of the biggest things is he would say, "Mom, I don't want this hair on my face." And I would say, "Well, we can teach you how to shave it off." And he's like, "Well, I don't want to do that." And I'm like, "Well, I don't know what to tell you. You only have two choices. You have to let it grow or you have to cut it off." But I missed that. I missed his voice finishing changing. I missed his junior prom. I missed his birthdays, him becoming a young man.
She also missed picking up his stuff at the school and talking with the teachers after he disappeared as well. Seth went and got that stuff.
Everything about this age that is supposed to be celebrated, and the good and the hard times, and I've just missed all of it. His voice was cracking and starting to change when he went missing. And so one of my biggest fears is that I could hear him speak and not necessarily know it, although I know in my heart I would recognize my son without question. But it's just one of those things that I should have been there for, and he should have been home for,
Yeah.
and he should have had guidance.
Most of us have an innate bullshit detector, right? Especially when someone, well, bullshit, you're lying, right? When you're lying, it doesn't feel right. It doesn't look right. It doesn't feel authentic. And you can tell right here. There is no heartwarming stories like Dee Dee just said. And the reason there isn't, because if she goes off script, she can fuck up really easily. And that's the important thing here. That's the reason there is not anything new. There is no new stories given about Sebastian, because it's a potential for her to really mess up. Right? Hey, Seth, good to see you, brother. Good to see you, my friend. Every time she speaks, she shakes her head no because she's lying. Look at the head. Oh, I mean, it's apparent. It's apparent.
And celebration, and all those milestones.
Do you think enough is being done to find Sebastian?
I don't think it'll ever.
That's a very good point. That's a very good point. Like the peach fuzz story is actually about an argument, not wanting him to shave it, her telling him to, right? You've got two options. You either do it or you don't, right? It's not really an endearing story that you would, there's really not been much of an endearing story that Katie or Chris, in my opinion, have spoken about Sebastian. It's always about, oh, his discipline. He didn't listen. He wouldn't do this. He wouldn't do that. It's like justification.
Never be enough until we bring him home. I don't think that there are enough people that know about him, and my goal is to increase that awareness as much as possible.
As much as possible,
like I said before, I know that law enforcement is working so hard on this case, and I just, if I had my way, I'd have everyone in the world looking for him, and then I'd like to think he wouldn't be missing. And so,
I mean, didn't she say other kids need to be found even more so? Did I recall that correctly?
The only thing that I know to do is to keep pushing awareness and keep pushing people to know about him. And the more people that know, more people that might have an idea of somewhere that we could look, or something that maybe we didn't see, or anything. The more eyes, the better. The more.
Hmm. Yeah, what you're saying and what you're done over the last 2 years certainly don't align.
More awareness can only help. And so, not just locally, but everywhere. And so that's why I really truly push everyone that I meet, and everyone, especially if we go somewhere new or somewhere different, is to, I take the flyer, I take the bracelets, and I tell people about it, and then I ask anyone that's willing to pull his Amber Alert flyer or the official TBI flyer, and to just share it in any way. I ask people to post it in stores, in restaurants. I ask people on if they have a social media to share it, because one person shares it and then 50 people share it and then 50 more, and that's all I know to do at this point.
Keep the hope alive and keep the word out there.
Yes.
Keep
Yep.
it going.
Keep his face and his name.
And that's the brilliant thing about it, Dee Dee. That's the problem. When liars try to repair their story after watching my videos, it's inconsistent. It only makes their lies more obvious. You're absolutely right. I mean, yeah, if you change your story, you just look like, why are you changing the story? Isn't, you're the first time you talk about your 15-year-old missing child should be it, right? It shouldn't deviate by leaps and bounds. And then once they see a video like yours and they change it, it just makes them look more guilty, in my opinion, more bullshit that they put out. They are constantly trying to catch up. And you can't. You can't.
And anything that we can to encourage people to be aware and help him find.
This is your opportunity to address any of these people, two different scenarios, because I know you were telling me earlier that there are lots of threats that come to you guys. Is there anything you want to say?
I would say that threats, lies, or misinformation is not helpful. I don't think that it does any good to help find Sebastian. And I would ask.
This is coming from, again, the people that from Jump said they took a lie detector test, even said Seth took one when he hadn't taken one, right? And then are offered one, named the time and place, and they don't. Or the stepfather doesn't take it. Seth takes it, and not a problem, right? Not a problem. But then suddenly TBI wants to give the stepfather a polygraph, according to the stepfather, even though he said they knew where he was. It didn't matter if he took one. They didn't need to take one. And she wants to talk about misinformation, lies, and all that stuff. Beautiful. It would help if she would stop having her minions stop spreading false information. There's a lot of that out there. There's a lot of that out there, right? An opinion is one thing. Complete misinformation is another.
Ask that people take a step back and consider that not everything you may hear is accurate or healthy. And
what Sebastian, in my opinion, heard and lived through was certainly not healthy. That's for sure, in my opinion. How far, how would she know what speculation isn't helpful? I thought she doesn't know what happened. Well, that's absolutely very, very good point. How would you know what is all of them? Like, what's going on, Miss KK, if you are just as clueless as we are, right? You're just as, I mean, she said in this interview that the updates that she gets are the updates we get, right? Remember, she just went to bed and conveniently got up 6 hours later after having a long phone call and Sebastian wasn't in the house. She looked for a whole minute flat and runs fast up the street. We've got that video shown it. So how would she know what that is? Very good point, Dee Dee.
I would ask that people look to legitimate sources for your information about the case and updates and whatnot. And I know that there's not.
Again, all right, the legitimate sources. You can say that's law enforcement, but they're still trying to figure this out too, just the same as everyone else, right, KK?
Much coming out because there's not much to come out.
How
And
do
I
you
know
know?
that does.
How do you know there's not much to come out? Wait a second. How does she know there's not a lot to come out? There's obviously a fuck ton to come out because, again, Sebastian's missing. We don't know what happened to him, right? So there's a whole story that can come out. What are you talking about? What? There's obviously a lot to come out. How are you missing that? If you're saying you are clueless, Katie, you are saying you are clueless about what happened to him, and someone may have him, right? And he could be walking down the street. That means there's a whole story if someone has him. Even if someone doesn't have him, which I don't believe anyone has him, in my opinion. If something happened to him, whether on her watch or he walked out and he's just out in the woods somewhere, succumbed to the elements, there's a whole story there. So how do you know there's not much to come out? Also, if that were true, she would be devastated. Nothing else will come out. Should be the last this she wants to hear. Absolutely. It should be the last thing. It should be the last thing she wants to hear. Right? You want something to come out. You want the tips to break. You want the answers. Why do you think Seth is out there right now? Why do you think strangers are out on the sidewalk right now? Whether you agree with them or not, that's, your prerogative, but they're frustrated. They want the answers. That's the whole point. Right? She's unbelievable. I'm going to play that again, yeah, because y'all were asking me to. Let me thank you, Kathleen. Thank you so much, my friend. Appreciate you, Ilva. Thank you so much. Good to see you. Good lab, Justin. Thank you so much, love. And Claudia, I love you, Clutch. Love you too, darling. Thank you so much. Appreciate y'all very, very much. Let me play this again.
To encourage people to be aware and help him find.
Okay. Be aware, y'all.
This is your opportunity to address any of these people. Two different scenarios.
And this is, again, this is a common thread that you will hear Chris and Katie say. There's not anything to come out. There's not much to come out. You won't hear that from Seth. You just won't hear that from Seth because Seth wants the damn answers. He's frustrated. He's a father who doesn't know what the hell happened to his kid.
Because I know you were telling me earlier that there are lots of threats that come to you guys. Is there anything you want to say?
I would say that threats, lies, or misinformation is not helpful. I don't think that it does any good to help find Sebastian. And I would ask that people take a step back and consider that not everything you may hear is accurate or healthy. And I would ask that people look to legitimate sources for your information about the case and updates and whatnot. And I know that there's not much coming out because there's not much to come out. And I know that that doesn't necessarily keep people intrigued per se, but I would encourage that people look for.
That's interesting. I missed that part where she said intrigued. It doesn't keep people intrigued. You just want it to be ho hum, oh, nothing to see here. You don't want this talked about. You don't want to talk about it right now, but you go through the motions to do it once a year. Yeah, intrigued.
Legitimate information. And I know not only with my son, but many of these cases
where we can easily prove bullshit that she has said, Edgar has said, easily.
It's like a telephone game. And I've even seen articles that are from legitimate sources that information even gets missed or misconstrued.
Watch those legitimate sources, she says, but even they don't get it right. Even they don't get it right. But yet, haven't seen you for over a year? Got it. And you don't know what happened. So, how do you know?
And is not always accurate. For example, like Sebastian's age when he went missing, I've seen places where that's inaccurate, and I know that it doesn't seem significant, but like I said, like the telephone game, and one person hears one thing and says it to another person, and then by the time 10 or 12 people down the line, it's not even anywhere close to the truth. And so I would say that if you have anything that you're concerned with, if you have questions, to seek answers from legitimate sources. And I would.
And that's truly the best thing. These people don't like. If I was in their shoes, I would have not said a damn thing. Yes, people can judge you for not speaking, but they can just judge you for not speaking. If you are using your words and inconsistencies and constantly giving bullshit, well, you can compare those.
Say that Sebastian deserves better than nonsense. Sebastian deserves to have his face, his name, and his truth out there. And
he does. I agree with that, KK. Sebastian deserves his truth and his justice.
And it
to
was
Mr. Proudfoot, to Mr. Proudfoot, to Mr. Proudfoot.
Yes,
Mr. Proudfoot, what happened?
What happened?
So, like I said, I would encourage everyone to help share his face, share his name, and no matter what your feelings or your thoughts are,
Mm.
that I still am grateful for any awareness that can be spread.
I appreciate that. I appreciate that because it's nothing personal, right? It's nothing personal. We just want the truth out there, whatever that truth is.
Tell me more about the bottom line, your message to the viewers that'll be watching this story, and they'll see some of this streaming online with this interview. What do you want to leave them with? What do you want to say to them?
Sebastian matters. Sebastian is the most important thing about Sebastian's case, and that I don't want Sebastian to get lost in news stories, because every day other things are coming out, and I know that it may not be everyone's
So
top
genuine.
priority, but it's mine. It's Sebastian's family, and
So genuine. God, the genuine is just running off of her right now. It's
I would ask and pray that he not be forgotten, and that everyone just, even just if you once a month share his flyer, just to help me help us keep his name and his face out there, because
yeah, and that's the thing. At least Malaya doesn't insult us by constantly lying to us. She knows she's a bad liar and went into hiding. Katie is obvious, and that's the thing that I can actually, appreciate. That if you know it doesn't make sense, what you're saying is absolute bullshit. Why even say it, right? You can judge someone for not talking, right? But there's no words there.
it's so easy to let it go to
Daniel
the
gets
back
caught
of your
up.
mind, because you're going on about your lives, and I understand that life goes on, but for us, for Sebastian, we're in this limbo, and so I would ask, I would beg, really, that at any point, if you have it in your heart to just share his flyer at a minimum, and we are eternally grateful for that.
Eternally. Sasha.
And I need to bring this up, and this is an opportunity to also respond to people, because there are always people who are going to point the finger back
Mm-hmm.
at the people closest to them.
Absolutely,
That always happens.
Holly. Mhm.
What do you say to them?
I would say that we love Sebastian. We care about Sebastian. I love Sebastian.
Love has nothing to do with it. Love has nothing to do with it. Has nothing to do with what happened to him. Has nothing to do with the truth about what happened to him. Has nothing to do with the words that you have uttered for the last 2 years. Okay, you love him. Okay. Probably, Dee Dee.
And that I am doing everything I can to bring him home and to find him. And vigilante justice doesn't help. Threats don't help. And
Well, nobody should be harassing them or anything, like that, or anything, don't contact them or anything like that, of course. But again, it's about finding the truth, finding, people always, a lot of people say it's not about Edgar and KK. It's about Sebastian. And that is so overused. The whole fucking reason, pardon my French, that we're here obviously is what happened, is Sebastian, right? But how Sebastian got missing is very important. The who, what, when, where, right? So it's a cute little slogan to say, but it means nothing. You got to find out what happened, why. You should be, again, she should be just as clueless. Can't believe I haven't dropped offline yet. KK, in my opinion, is a flat out fake. This is something she has rehearsed. May the great spirit of bless Sebastian and Seth. In my opinion, she's a fake. She's absolutely a fake, in my opinion, as well.
And that
What the hell did I do?
Sebastian
1 second.
deserves to come home in a world where he doesn't see.
Oh, hold on, just 1 second. She please don't say this, KK.
Don't help, and that Sebastian deserves to come home in a world where he doesn't see some of the ugliness that's going on.
That's the thing. How, first of all, he deserves every human being deserves to be found. Number one. It's a weird thing. She always says he deserves. Number two, he didn't even get on the internet. So how would he even know what was happening around him or what has happened on the internet? And so if so ugly, she'd rather him not come home. Yeah, I mean, it's he wasn't even allowed on the internet. Right? He couldn't call anyone outside of his who was programmed in his phone that he really couldn't use to begin with. He deserved a peaceful home at the very least. Yeah. Special kids need special parents. They need special understanding. They need special circumstances. They need extra grace. That, in my opinion, was not even close to given to it.
Because when he comes home, he will see that too. And I would ask that people take that into consideration, that,
You
that
know
he
what
doesn't
you have
deserve
spewed out of your mouth,
any of
girl.
it either.
And you and your husband had nothing to do
No,
with his disappearance.
no, we did not.
How bad does that hurt when people start accusing you?
It hurts. It hurts a lot.
Sorry, wrong one.
Almost as painful as waking up and finding my son missing is that people would consider that I would do anything to harm my son. And I mean, anyone that knows us, that knows us, knows.
I gotta play
would
that
ask,
again. Hold on.
What do you say to them? Bring this up, and that's just, this is an opportunity to also respond to people, because there are always people who are going to point that.
We love Sebastian. We care about Sebastian. Vigilante justice
Hold on.
in a world where any of it
Start accusing you.
it hurts. It hurts a lot. Almost as painful as waking up and finding my son missing is that people would consider that I would do anything to harm my son. And I mean, anyone that knows us, that knows us, knows that Sebastian is loved and that we would never do anything to hurt Sebastian.
I see a sweet smile on your shirt.
Yeah.
Hold
So
on.
Knows us that
a quick
Hold on.
us that into consideration that
I
he
missed
doesn't
it.
deserve any of it either.
And you and your husband had nothing to do
No,
with his disappearance.
no, we did not.
No, we did not. No, we did not. Did you notice that? No, we did not. No, we do not. No, we did not. No, we did not. It's almost as painful, she says. We did not. Well, it's interesting. How would she know she wasn't with Chris? Yeah. It's so bad. Oh my God.
How bad does that hurt?
Look behind those eyes.
Nothing to do
No,
with his disappearance.
no, we did not.
There is so much behind those eyes. So much. I would just, if I was her, I would not take the damn interview. I would not take the interview.
How bad does that hurt when people start accusing you?
It hurts. It hurts a lot. Almost as painful as waking up and finding my son missing is that people would.
It's almost as painful as waking up and finding her son. What?
How does that hurt when people start accusing you?
It hurts. It hurts a lot. Almost as painful as waking up and finding my son missing is that people would consider that I would do anything to harm my son.
Yeah. Someone who actively was trying to get him out of the house, that said he was not well behaved, that he didn't listen, that left from the jump, that has gave so many inconsistent stories. Unbelievable.
And
But it's hurts.
I mean, anyone that knows.
I would say, listen, believe what the hell you want. I know the truth. And the sooner we find Sebastian, the sooner you will be proved wrong, mother chicken. I just want to find my son.
Us that knows us knows that Sebastian is loved and that we would never do anything to hurt Sebastian.
I see a sweet smile on your shirt.
Yeah.
So we're going to get a close-up shot of that shirt, but I do want to say thank you for sharing your heart.
Thank you. Thank you for helping and being a part of sharing the awareness for Sebastian. Thank you for keeping his name alive.
So happy to do it.
Thank you.
Adobe Acrobat Studio is all new. What can PDF spaces with AI do?
Okay. Well, thank you, Mrs. Holly. And you did your yearly duty, KK. Not very well, but you did it, honey, nonetheless. Today, also, Seth did an interview as well. Thank you for keeping his name alive. Yeah. Don't want it to go to the bottom of a feed, right?
To go tonight.
Who is this? This is WKRN Channel 2. Here we go.
Sebastian Rogers disappeared from his Hendersonville home. He hasn't been seen since. Good evening and welcome to News 2 at 6. I'm Bob Mueller. Sebastian was only 15 years old at the time. Search efforts began the next morning when he was reported missing. Multiple agencies searched from the ground, water, and sky, but no sign of Sebastian. After 8 days, search efforts were suspended. In April 2024, the Sumner County Sheriff's Office held its last news conference on the investigation. News 2's Caitlin Quisenberry has been covering the case since the beginning. She spoke with Sebastian's father today.
It takes a community to raise a child. Well, I'm asking for the nation to help me find my missing son. He's been gone for 2 years today.
You see the difference? You can already see the difference. Someone that is authentic, that is not searching for their words, very measured. He's off the cuff. Sometimes he's a little too off the cuff. Said this. But regardless, he is genuine, and that is what matters. You can see the genuineness. Asking everyone.
18-year-old Sebastian Rogers has been missing in Sumner County for 3 days.
11 days.
6 months, 10 months.
1 year.
Fast forward to today with now 2 years of no answers. 2 years without Sebastian Rogers.
When I close my eyes, most of the time I'm waking up saying his name because he's there. He's there. I close my eyes and he's there.
Sebastian turned 17 years old in December. Holidays and special moments he should have spent with his family have come and gone.
Sebastian is a bright light, fun, energetic, mischievous at times, but what kid isn't?
For Sebastian's father, Seth Rogers, he says his days look much the same.
You know, asking people to hand out flyers, talk about Sebastian. If you have anything to send the tips in. The days are long, the years are quick.
Today, community members are holding up signs and demanding answers outside the Sumner County Sheriff's Office. His father asking that the Sheriff's Office step aside so the FBI...
You see this right here? KK, Ed? This right here is frustration. That's what that is when someone protests, right? That's called frustration, because for people who genuinely don't know what the hell happened, right? When people don't know what the hell happened, they get in gear and they put action behind that. They don't know.
take over the case after he says the family has had no answers after 2 years.
There's other agencies that could help, but they have to be willing. They have to be willing to put their ego aside for Sebastian's sake.
We feel that there should be a lot more going on with him, a lot more searches, isolated searches based upon reports that were garnered during this time. And we really think time for a press conference.
Seth tells me he will not stop fighting to bring Sebastian home.
I love you, son. I need you to call me. My phone number is still the same. I will not change my phone number so that you can get a hold of me so I can come get you.
There you go. There you go. Talking directly to Sebastian, right? He has no idea where his son is, right? He's not talking about, oh, the people judging him or anything like that. He doesn't give a wooden nickel about that. He cares about his son, and that's it. That's it. The rest is small fries.
We have reached out to the Sumner County Sheriff's Office. They declined an interview, but say a statement will be released tomorrow. Anyone with information on Sebastian's whereabouts can call the Sumner County Sheriff's Office or the TBI at 1-800-TBI-FIND. Bob.
Imagine being able to build an app with your...
Okay. Should have got an interview right there. That's really cray-cray. I have never stopped posting Katie and Chris about Sebastian. I ask yes, and I'm going to drop this in chat. This is the FBI poster, and where you can find all of the information about Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers. Please share it on your social media. It would mean so much for that. Let's hear WBKO. Let's see what this is right here. How long is this thing? Hold on one second. Okay, let's see. I just can't believe it's 2 years. Never thought 2 years later. Yeah, I mean, I don't believe that they've given up at all. I do believe that it's just taking. I think it's taking a special time. Why is this not working? 2 seconds. Do something. Protest sparked 2 years after Sebastian last seen. Okay. What? How long is this ad?
I can summarize.
Is it really? How long is I don't understand this ad. There's no skip or anything like that. Okay. Is there a video here? Okay, maybe it's this one. Okay, maybe that's just
As a director of finance, I'm managing.
Sorry, maybe I just had a blonde moment, guys. Oh, Lord. I think I had a blonde moment. Is it 47 minutes long? We don't trust the sheriff. I think there's some pride and some ego and stuff. Okay, here we go.
With investigators into appearance of
Damn.
Today marked the 2-year anniversary of the vanishing of the Sumner County teenager.
Jordan James was there as those protesters gathered outside the sheriff's department.
With Sebastian Rogers being missing for 2 years, supporters are demanding action, prompting them to bring their message directly to law enforcement.
Bring in the FBI!
Chants filled the air.
Where is Sebastian Rogers? 2 years is too long.
As passion pours out,
We need to do something.
bringing a handful of people together,
I'm here to support Sebastian Rogers.
marking 2 years since the teen with autism was last seen.
This child deserves to be found. No child should be ever forgotten.
I can't remember her name, but she's a sweetheart. I met her before. She's a good gal.
And this child needs to be found.
In the days that followed his disappearance, multiple law enforcement agencies conducted searches to no avail, leading supporters to call for federal authorities to take over this investigation.
They need to be out here looking and searching every place. There's no reason for them to say that they just need one clue. That kid needs justice. He needs to be brought home to his dad. Sebastian life matters!
Sumner County Sheriff tells WSMV4 the case remains active and encourages people to remain vigilant. Words that have fallen flat for some 2 years later.
It's frustrating that not enough's being done. They're not saying his name.
Reporting in Sumner County.
There's our girl. There's our girl right
Reporting in
there.
Sumner County.
Our mom.
Jordan James, WSMV4.
Yeah. See, that is frustration. Katie, you look like Justin, that's my blonde moment. I know. Okay. There's some more here that we're gonna look at. We'll go to this right here. Guys, make sure you hit the thumbs up. Please share this out. Make sure you share that flyer out, please, as well. Okay, here we go.
Since Sebastian Rogers disappeared from his mother's home in Hendersonville. He was just 15 years old at the time. Still no sign of him to this day. Our Harry Sullivan joins us now. Harry, where does the investigation stand?
Well, the FBI is offering a $50,000 reward for any information in the case. Sebastian's dad says the search for Sebastian's gone as far as Ohio, Kentucky, even Mississippi. Many of the top agencies were involved from the jump, including the FBI. The search covered nearly a 5-mile radius around his home, roughly 2,000 people covering 44,000 acres. Rogers would be 17 now. Today, his family still asking the public to stay away.
All right. Does anyone think Sebastian got outside of his home and went through 44,000 acres and he was not seen anywhere on camera or footprints, anything, went barefooted? Does anybody worth their salt think that? Not a fucking chance.
This is his mother's message to anyone that may know something about the case.
Give my son the opportunity to come home to his family.
Opportunity.
And to his life and his future. And if there's anything holding you back,
again, it's just not genuine.
don't let it. And
don't let it.
I just pray to God that he's looking over him and that he's keeping him safe until we can find him.
His parents say when Sebastian went missing, he didn't take any clothes, no shoes, no money, didn't have a cell phone. His mother only reported a small yellow flashlight missing that day. Over the last year, the investigation, Proudfoot says there have been times where she's really gotten her hopes up, but no tips have come in yet that are significant enough to help them find her son. Casey, this remains an active investigation. The Amber Alert for the now 17-year-old remains in effect 2 years to the day.
All right, Harry, thanks.
As a director of finance, I'm managing 15 and 20 contracts a month.
Well, just manage those contracts, buddy. Okay. All right. Sebastian's 5'5", 120 pounds when he went missing. He's got brown or hazel eyes as well. Bless his little heart. 1 second here. I've got some stuff that we're going to pull up. Ooh, 1 second. Why did it do that? Hold on. Give me a second. March 14th. 44,000 acres is just crazy. Let me show you this. Oh shit, 1 second. Okay, and this was in the very, very beginning right here. Let me show you this.
Law enforcement.
This was February 26th, 2024. Very first time I think it was.
Racing to find a missing teenage boy, extending their search well past sunset.
It has been almost 24 hours since anyone has seen 15-year-old Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers. The TBI issued an endangered child alert this afternoon. Now, several agencies have been out combing the area around Sebastian's Sumner County home, and they haven't stopped yet. News 2's Sarah Smith is live tonight in the beach area of Hendersonville. And Sarah, I know it's dark out there, but the search crews, they continue their work.
Bob and Haley, it's all hands on deck at this point. This community out searching in their cars, ATVs, and on foot for Sebastian. We know Sebastian is autistic. Investigators say he was last seen in the Beach Shackle Island area. He's likely wearing a black sweatshirt and pants. He's 5'5" and about 120 pounds. They have a helicopter up right now searching the area, and a dive team was here this afternoon checking bodies of water. Deputies also want you to check your Ring doorbell cameras or security cameras in case you see Sebastian. Now we're told that his family is at home, hoping for the best. Live in Hendersonville, Sarah Smith, News 2.
That was a big ass search. And this was February 29th. Check this. No, wait, this is. Hold on, where was this? Make sure this is the right one. We got some videos we're going to go over in a second. Just give me a sec. I'm going to show you this.
From overnight.
And Nikki, in addition,
Look at all the equipment that they have there. And right here is the fire department, right? Right here is the entrance to their home.
to all of the state and local agencies working tirelessly on this, the chief deputy here in Sumner County says they are now talking with the FBI as well. He says they are doing everything within their power to find Sebastian. I just spoke with the EMA director who says yesterday they scoured about 2,000 miles on foot. The director says typically people will only travel 0.2 of a mile, so they have definitely honed in on that circumference as well.
0.2 of a mile. Think about that. 0.2 of a mile. They're normally found. Most people are found so close to the house. Now the question is, why are they down there at a dam that the stepfather was telling Nerdy Addict about 8 miles away, where a phone pinged and stopped pinging.
As well as inside his home, but unfortunately, nothing. Aerial crews continue the work overnight, and we're told the ground crews are reporting here again at 7 a.m. this morning. That includes officials on foot, ATV, and horses. We've also seen many community groups come together to support these officials. Anyone who wants to donate food or supplies to them is asked to drop those items off at the Premier Event Center that's at 90 Volunteer Drive in Hendersonville. Prayer vigils have been held the past 2 nights. The EMA director tells me that today they are asking for residents to check any bodies of water on their property. The Sumner County mayor says they recognize people want to do as much as they can. So here is his guidance moving forward today.
If you want to search in your neighborhood, want to search on your property, we really ask that you do it in teams of 2 as we do our aerial searches with the helicopters and the fixed wing planes and the drones. Whenever we see one individual, we see that as a potential lead and we pour resources into that. So if you're going out in 2s, that helps us in that manner. But we do ask that really you stay out of the search process and we leave that to the professionals right now.
He says they are working with Sebastian's family as well. We're told Sebastian is 15 years old, 5'5", 120 pounds, and does have autism. He was last seen in a black sweatsuit. If you see anything, know anything, you can call the sheriff's office or the TBI. Live in Hendersonville, Peyton Kennedy, News 2.
Yeah, this is not I try to show the ones that a lot of people hasn't seen before. Okay. Let me find it.
Watch the shows. They call these 911 shows, and people are.
Hold on, is it going to play? 1 second. Might need to refresh that.
Watch the shows. They call these 911 shows, and people are freaking out on the phone. I need this, I need that. Well, calm down, calm down, calm down. You know, it takes them forever. Simple. My wife was a mess. You know, she's calling me because I'm the husband. Yes, this is our house. You know, if there was something major going on or something, she needed a 911 paramedic at the house, I'm sure she's called 911 and got a paramedic.
What's the difference in a 911 paramedic question and a child being missing? What is the difference in that? Like, aren't they equally important? Am I wrong? Yeah, Michael, very much so. Very much so.
You know, we didn't know what was going on at the very moment. So she did what she did. She called me. We talked. We did this. We'll look this. We'll look that. Next thing you know,
When someone says, I don't know if DD is still in here, but he will tell you, when someone says, we did this, blah, 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 or so on and so forth, blah, 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 they're leaving out a big portion. Always
hang
leaving out
tight.
a big portion.
And I called the sheriff's office. And I got directly through the sheriff's office, immediately called the dispatch, gave the call.
Now, again, if you called the sheriff's office, think about this. If you called the sheriff's office and then got off the phone and then called the dispatch, why would you need to call the sheriff's office and then call the dispatch? Isn't that why you called the sheriff's office to begin with? But what they told you, again, I've played the phone call before. This is the Sumner County Sheriff's Office. If this is an emergency, please hang up and dial 911. I've called it the same time of day as Sebastian went missing as well. And then they call the dispatch. Kat says, Justin, I'm Florida. All firefighters have 3 years to go to EMT to paramedic. They obviously are 911. Right.
Within, I think, 10 minutes of that call, they were at the house. I mean, it was a very fast response.
Chris, do you think that Seth had anything to do with the disappearance of his child?
No.
100% at your soul, you don't believe you,
I don't
Katie,
feel
or
he
Seth?
does. No, absolutely not. And everybody will has their own opinions, but Seth was at work. You know, after I got off the phone with law enforcement, I told Katie, I said, I'll call you right back. Next phone call, the immediately next phone call I made was directly to Seth. Immediately.
Not to ask them if anything had happened, if they had seen Sebastian, if Sebastian was upset, if he had talked about running away, nothing like that, right?
See, that's what I have been trying to tell.
1 second.
Through 20 times over. I'm sorry that you're thinking wrong because it has happened. Every family member, any direct family member that we've had contact, and I'm sure they reached out to Seth's side too and did the same thing. I mean, everybody who had a possibility, they have interviewed, they have alibis, they've got evidence to, you know, this person was here at this time, this person was here at this time, you know, and
I believe that they checked out. I do believe that they checked out the said persons around them, yes. But I do believe that there is others involved, in my opinion.
And that's what kind of upset me that night on that show when Seth said that. Because Seth knows that my mom was interviewed. He knows. I mean, the law enforcement here was near my house, and they told us all about it. I mean, it's, you know, it's so simple that it's probably a very
Listen,
boring case if you took away all the crap.
this is the most simple case 2 years later. It's the most simple case. It's the most boring case. There's nothing to see here. Nothing, right? It's kind of just what KK was just talking about, right? I agree, Laura. Just a boring old, case. 15-year-old boy walks out of the house. But KK was just making it seem like someone might have him. But it's boring.
It's just a simple, we have a 15-year-old autistic child that is missing. And
How is that boring in any way? No matter what happened, how is that boring? Seriously, how is that boring? I'm waiting. I don't think Seth would ever say his son's case is boring. At all.
fortunately, the best part about it
Listen,
is he has managed to do this without any evidence left behind whatsoever.
yeah. Sebastian did this without any evidence whatsoever. A 15-year-old autistic child who was so strictly sheltered, if you will, did all of this. Did all of it, right? Just minimizing. Yep, Rocco. Yep.
That is the most unique aspect of this case.
Chris, same thing.
It's just, I don't know.
Speaking of the garage, Chris, did Katie meet up with your mother the morning Sebastian was reported missing?
Absolutely not.
Okay. Did law enforcement track her?
There wasn't no meetup in a cemetery between, I don't know, a school and a neighborhood. None of that. Still putting blame on Sebastian. Absolutely. Absolutely.
I'm assuming they got
out to the T. I mean, down to the phone call to law enforcement.
Listen to this.
All the enforcement to check. Thing that you could almost
he was on the phone.
For law enforcement to check. They have checked. Everything has panned out. All the story, everything that we have told them.
All the stories.
Is all checked out to the T.
To the T.
I mean, down to.
You know, why haven't they cleared anybody yet? 2 years later, and they haven't cleared anyone. Maybe because, well, we know it's a criminal investigation, right? We know that because of the email that I wish I could fucking find right now that I'm looking for. Can't clear anybody. But nothing to see here. It right down to the T. And arms are scratched the hell up and all of that, but
The phone call to law enforcement itself that morning. Katie, what time she left the house, the route she went, back to the house, et cetera, et cetera. Everything they can think of has been checked.
well, you said she just went to the school. There wasn't this specific route, right?
Awesome.
I mean, I know a lot of people still have questions. Oh my God, what about this? What about that? Like, I promise
Well-
you, they've checked.
I know Katie's been under.
You know, if there was something major going on or something she needed
They
a
won't, Laura.
911 paramedic at the house, I'm sure she'd call
They won't.
Anything to do.
Send them a text. As soon as you get this, call.
Hold on.
Of mine, Katie's, or Seth's life that has not been combed through 20 times over.
20 times over, and a year later, they go back to the house. Right? I know.
I'm sorry that you're thinking wrong, because it has happened. Every family member, any direct.
Okay. Let me pull this up. Here we go.
People, and I'm not.
Oops.
Of stuff that they are combing through to try to find an answer.
It looks like
Right here it is.
Yeah, and that's what.
Right back up. Going into the construction site.
How much they actually drained?
They drained the whole thing.
It's okay.
So initially, when they went over to look at it, it was only knee deep. From the picture that you showed me, there's a lot of new runoff. I'm 5'9", and it was knee deep.
Okay.
So and they even drained it and still walked it.
Okay. So they actually walked it. I didn't know that.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Oh, I think.
And that is actually information that was told to me by law enforcement.
Yeah. So they actually.
Because I went on being law enforcement, they can look in a vehicle, right? Drove back around and showed me a bunch of stuff. I'm the only one that they've done.
Okay.
So I can actually give you a little bit more information than what everybody's out there running their mouth.
Yeah.
No, I'm not going to. So to work backwards from the pond, okay, if you were to walk from the pond, go straight up into the construction site, you'll see where they're cutting the road and it turns left. If you walk that all the way back, runs you to our subdivision.
Okay.
If you go down Kelly, all the way down to Stafford, and walk down toward Stafford toward our house, from our house, if you're looking at my house, I'm going to tell you where the dogs went. They started on the front porch.
Okay.
Because off the front porch, the dogs cut to the right. They go all the way down the side of the house along the fence.
So they went to the back side. Or they got that
Right.
The other side.
If you're looking at my house,
Okay.
it's going to be the right hand side. The dog goes all the way down the fence. The dog comes all the way back up into the yard.
The other side of the house.
And then it cuts diagonally to the house next door to us through their backyard.
Listen.
And that is the direction which the dogs take off. Now after that, that's where they get over to the main road, go up Helen, and head over to the other subdivision.
Do you hear anything about going through Bobby's house or the 3 Muslim women? Did you hear anything about that? I didn't hear anything about that. Did you? Chris states he took a polygraph and passed the polygraph. Have you both taken a polygraph test? And if so, what are the results? Thank you. FUFU. Yes. And the results are passed. Right? Give me 1 second. As February, I'll never get over this. I'm looking through this stuff. Hey everyone, this is my nephew. He is high functioning verbal autistic. He walked out of the house in the middle of the night with his glasses, a small flashlight, and no shoes. How do you know it was the middle of the night? Couldn't have been the morning time. They are searching 10 miles around his house, but I'm worried that he may have gotten in the back seat of a car, fell asleep, and woke up after someone got to their job and got out of the car. ... It's possible. ... I'm trying to think outside of the box to help find him. Ugh. It's just so hard. You never know how these kids think. Please keep a lookout. Thanks. Right? This is how it went. I find this very interesting. Very, very interesting. Because I think this car went up through here and went through here and then went out this way. I find it very, very interesting that the lights at the cemetery. Something to ponder. On Nancy Grace's interview with Chris and Katie, the following was stated word for word. Sometimes it's just easier to see it written out in black and white. Pay special attention to the red flags and my comments in parentheses. Nancy and Mr. Peafoot, when did you leave town? Edgar, early February. Nancy, so you had been gone for days before he went missing. Is that correct? Yes, ma'am. He says. Can y'all see this? Hold on one second. Yes, ma'am. Katie, weeks, she says. Katie answered the same time Chris did. Nancy, have you visited home since you left? Nancy says, Chris, are you saying from when I initially left? Yes. Chris, yes, ma'am. I came home on February 26th. Hold on, I'm getting something in. Oh, that's so sweet. Hold on. Okay. Are you saying when I initially left? Nancy, yes. Yes, ma'am. I came home February 26th. On the morning, I was told he was missing. Nancy is about to break it down for him, which it's weird to me. He says the morning, but anyway. Yes, ma'am. I came home on February 26th. The morning, I was told he was missing. Nancy, from that time you left from the job in Memphis to February 26th, did you visit home? Get ready for it. Chris, yes, ma'am. Nancy, when? Preparing for backpedaling. Chris, I was home. I can't give you exact dates. Law enforcement, listen to this, guys, because I just thought of something. Law enforcement was told me not to provide exact dates, but I have been home multiple times prior to February. And then I left early February and I did not come back until February 26th, the morning he was missing. So you were not home when the time you left early February to early February 26th. Is that right? Okay. Now I got some questions here. Chris says, he would say we can't give exact dates. He would always say that, right? Yeah, he would always say that, which he said law enforcement told him that he can't give exact dates, which in my email that I showed, that is a lie. Lie. Law enforcement can't tell you what to say, and that's what law enforcement said in the email. However, that part right there, the way Nancy asked it, right? From the time you left the job in Memphis to February 26th, did you visit the home? Chris says, yes, ma'am. Right? Again, I wonder about those pings. I think law enforcement is on it, in my opinion. have so much here. I'm trying to find that thing. I've got it here somewhere. Hey everyone, let's clear some things up. Let's start with this. Anonymous participant. I can sit and spell with you when I have time. I think you meant to spell speak. I am not being a jerk, as you have stated. You are reading responses and choosing to add emotion to the words that you think best fit what is said. These are words. They don't have feelings. Okay. Just read them as words and leave the emotions out. Yes, I have a stepson that is missing and being searched for currently. Yes, we have posted flyers, billboards, and even had signs made. To help you understand something, we don't have all the freedom to just go out and do what you think we should be doing. There is so much more that goes on that you are not a part of, nor do you understand. If you have a lost child before, then please reach out to me and let's sit and talk. I am willing to listen to any ideas that you may have. Personally, I don't care who believes what. My job isn't to care what people believe or try to make them believe. My job is to be a dad, husband, brother, etc. to my family. I cannot release when I left for Memphis due to the ongoing investigation. That makes zero sense. Again, if you are not involved in any way, shape, or form, why did he say this? Remember, he said he could say when he got home at 1:30. This is one that a lot of people, I think, forget about. I cannot release when I left for Memphis due to the ongoing investigation. I can say I had been gone for a while. If you want a date, please feel free to contact law enforcement and ask them. Were you in Memphis at all until Katie called saying he was missing, or did you go back and forth? Chris, I cannot give the details of the dates, but I can say that I was away from the house for a while and returned home as soon as I could from Memphis. Can you tell us when you was the last time you saw Sebastian in person? Not his mother, but when did you last see him? He says, I saw Sebastian early February. I cannot give the actual date. Law enforcement has told me not to provide dates to the public as it could cause problems in the investigation. Please understand. At Nancy Grace, Chris and Katie Proudfoot said on a live tonight that they have been calling you to come on your show. This is before they would respond to them, where they told her to stop. I am not sure where you get your information about the results of the polygraph, but TBI and the administrators of the test gave the results on the spot. When was that, I wonder? Damn, I wish I had a date on that. I'll have to look. Give me a second here. JLR. She took that off of there. God, there's so much to this case, guys. Little Sebastian. 1 second. Let me see if I can do it this way. Oh, man, alive. It feels like it's been 20 years sometimes rather than 2 years. You know what I mean? So much. Damn. I don't know, guys. I've got it somewhere, but I just can't find it right now. It's got to be fucking here. I need to go through all of this. Sebastian, remember they mirrored themselves right there? It's crazy. Hold on. This was the day of or the day after, I think Sebastian went missing. Good Lord. I know I just passed it somewhere, but all right, guys. Well, I guess I will find it later. But we'll according to the timestamped cameras, the Bower Sox in the Bower Sox driveway in the neighborhoods was not. Oh, that's when she was responding back. All right, guys, I'm going to end it here. I probably will be back here in a little bit. I've got some things on the Guthrie case that I've been putting together today. There was oh, don't believe her. Hold on. Okay. I'll be back probably here in a little bit, guys, with the Guthrie case, because I've been digging on that. Got some interesting things, and we're going to talk about it. Cajun Navy got the update on the Guthrie case. Yeah, the FBI. I think Savannah visited today. I really do. I think she visited there today. The FBI, they had some people in suits and stuff there today, but I think something, I feel like she was there today. That's why they went in the, what's it called? The garage. So, from what I understand, Matt said it was a prosecutor. I've not heard that. Justin, your camera's been freezing. I don't know. I've got to contact, I don't know if it's YouTube or StreamYard or what, but it's so annoying. I've never heard this from CP. What? Sent you an email. Okay. Yeah, someone's saying that Sebastian's possibly been seen. They're going live with it or something like that. I don't know what the hell it is. I wouldn't personally like. Okay. Okay. Major developments happening due to public tips inside Nancy. Let me play this for Matt real quick. This is the Guthrie case.
The United Cajun Navy has joined the search for Nancy Guthrie out of Tucson, Arizona. It was reported just a couple of hours after they were boots on the ground that there was major developments happening due to public tips. Shortly after that post was made, the Midwest pundit on FB, who claims to have inside knowledge and a source close to this investigation, also reiterated that there was a major update coming tonight. Earlier today, there were several SUVs and a white van seen at Nancy Guthrie's home. One of the SUVs actually went into her garage and the garage door closed behind them. It was unclear who was actually in that SUV. Reports also indicated that there was what appeared to be an Arizona prosecutor at Nancy Guthrie's home. It's unclear right now if that means that an arrest is going to be coming or if they're simply just there to see the evidence and the home for a case that may come in the future against someone. Now, this major development that the Midwest Pundit said was coming out tonight was just posted to his page. I'm going to read it to you guys right now. It says, quote, federal investigators have identified what they describe as a significant new lead in the Nancy Guthrie case. According to sources familiar with the inquiry, the FBI believes the man seen wearing a backpack identified as the second individual on the scene is currently in Mexico. Investigators also suspect the individual he arrived to assist may have been discarded with Nancy at the location where her body was ultimately left. This obviously is an indication that Nancy is no longer alive, but this also seems to indicate that there may be another person who is deceased as well connected to this case. Officials say the assessment is grounded in what federal agents consider a credible and substantial tip. However, the development introduces several investigative challenges. The person of interest is believed to be undocumented, and cross-border coordination, coupled with unrest in parts of Mexico, could complicate efforts to locate and interview potential witnesses or suspects. Sources further acknowledge that earlier DNA complications tied to the Pima.
Guys, this is the thing. This is someone put out. Matt is just reading it, so I'm not so sure about this. I'm not really believing it, to be quite honest with you. I don't think this is some illegal at all.
County investigation may present additional evidentiary hurdles. You can take that information how you will. Now, when it comes to Nancy Guthrie's daughter Annie's vehicle, that vehicle is still being held as evidence.
Yes.
Local news reporter
That is.
Brianna Whitney stated that she spoke to the Pima County Sheriff's Department and they didn't elaborate further on that.
Yep, and that's what I said last night. From what I understand, the family's vehicle is still supposedly being in custody. We'll say that. By the way, someone sent this to me a second ago. Look at this. It's so wild. I want to show you. But NBC is reporting that Nancy Guthrie's home will be returned to the family as search stretches into 4th week. And we got a lot we're going to cover. I'll be live with that in a minute, but check this out. Look how creepy this is. Isn't that perfect for a crime? Isn't that freaky as hell? Isn't that freaky as hell? They're checking the guest house. Yep. Yep, I'll be live on it here in a second. And by the way, these are just cheap little couple dollar Chinese masks. That's crazy, isn't it? You never know. You never know. All right, guys, I'll be back here in just a little bit. We're going to be talking about the Guthrie case. I got to get all my stuff pulled up and things, but I'll be back. We're doing a late one tonight. Love you all. Bye-bye.